Good morning and welcome to beautiful Pickett, Wisconsin on this Saturday, October 18th, 2025. And the weather is spectacular. Fall is in full bloom, but yet it's 65 degrees, clear skies, and the wind is actually amazingly calm right now, which it's supposed to be windier today, but I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful day to run an engine, and the engine I've got on the stand today is another engine from a friend, Chris, from Perky Plains RC. This is a 4-stroke engine that he sent to me for some runs and put on the channel because, and this is a Thunder Tiger 54 FS, I think is how they annotate that. So it's a Thunder Tiger 54 4-stroke engine, and I have featured this engine on my channel, not this exact one, but this engine 54 Thunder Tiger on my channel one other time. 2 videos. One was like a quick look, and another was a really poor run video because there was just issues with the engine. And I had a very sour experience with that engine. It wasn't because of the engine, it was because of the condition it came to me in and the fact that I couldn't find any spare parts to fix it. So I didn't have a very good experience with this engine, but I'm hoping this is going to be a very different one here. So what I've got on the stand here, or attached to this, is a APC 12.6 prop. I've got some 5% nitro fuel, and I'm just going to start for the heck of it with a Fox Miracle plug. And a Fox Miracle plug is a 4-stroke plug. And I'm just going to start with that and see what happened, because when I was comparing that plug to some of my OSF plugs, and maybe those OSF plugs were just a little bit older or on their way out, they didn't glow as brightly. So I'm going to start with this, and if I have to put a new OSF plug in here to get a good run going, then that's what I'll do. But we're going to start with this. And my intentions for this engine is to get some run on this thing, or maybe, well, I've only got one prop, but get a good run on it. And then I talked to Chris about taking it apart, cleaning it up, replacing bearings on it, and then sending it back to him. So, Chris, here's your engine. Let's just run it. Okay, so I've got this set at full throttle. I've got the high-speed needle open like 2.5 full turns from closed. It's really tight, rotating in there, but the engine seems to have decent compression. So Chris doesn't know a whole lot about the history of this engine. He got it used, so let's just see if it takes a prime. Seems like it's priming fine. And I preliminarily have the throttle stop set, so let's just see how this thing fires up. Okay, so right away I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull this plug because it just doesn't seem happy, put it that way. So I'm going to go ahead, shut the cameras off, pull this plug, find a new OSF plug on there, and try it again and just quickly see if that changes this initial run at all. Okay, so I've got a newer OSF plug in here now, and we'll see how this thing runs now. I was going to say, hopefully that comes off. obviously I don't have that throttle stop screw set good enough here. Let me see if I can find something here real quick. Make an adjustment. Yeah, so this engine has got some issues. First of all, the bearings sound horrible. And there was probably a lot of just crud in there. Because, I'll leave this here for now. Because it was blowing stuff and it was just sputtering and not sounding good, and then it finally kind of started to wake up a little bit. So it's like it was just kind of trying to blow all the congestion out of its system. Hear those bearings? Okay, I think I'd like to fire this thing up a little bit and run a little bit more fuel through it. Since I'm going to be disassembling it, one of the best ways, and I'm kind of figuring that, now I don't see a hole in the back of the cylinder, even though this is designed after or in the concept of the OSFS Surpass series of engines. I'm not seeing a hole in the back of the cylinder wall here so that you can extract the piston pin through it like you would on a 70 Surpass, say. So that tells me that maybe there's going to be enough movement in that connecting rod and the piston fitment so that it can just come off, because there's no hole to extract it either place. So I am going to go ahead and just run it a little bit more, but yeah, this engine has got some really poor bearings. They sound horrible in it, and it could use a very good cleaning, because it's not super healthy. I think I've seen and heard enough of this. Okay, so there you have it. Not sure if I wasn't noticing. I don't have a fuel line hooked to this, and I didn't notice. I don't stick my head in front of the prop that often. I wasn't noticing if anything was coming out of this vent. So checking into the video and watching that maybe a little more closely, hopefully I'll be able to see. I don't feel anything, so maybe this crankcase vent is plugged, and maybe that's one of the things that's resulting in this weird operation. So yeah, this engine just needs some help. It needs a cleaning. It needs bearings badly. I mean, I can hear them now. They just are horrible. So yeah, this thing needs bearings big time. This doesn't impress me. I wouldn't buy one of these. I mean, even in a healthy state. Aesthetically, I don't think the engine is pleasing looking. Functionally, it's okay, I suppose, but it doesn't impress me. Looked like it had pretty decent peak RPM with this prop. I mean, and it's an air bleed carb, so it's going to have that little, lag in the acceleration. I mean, it runs fine, but I mean, it just doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't blow my skirt up at all. So I would never own one of these. I would never go out and try and find one and say, oh, I want to keep this engine. It just wouldn't happen. So Chris, I hope you enjoyed seeing this engine come to life, and it's dripping fuel out of here. Why is that? That's raw fuel that's dripping out of it for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, so next thing for this is disassembly, cleaning, and a bearing change. So, hope you enjoyed watching.